Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Console Gaffer Celtic Save. So we are on the 31st of January 2029. Fuck up. We're on the 31st of January 2029, and the last time I think we were the first Glasgow derby of the season, which we comfortably won by 4 goals to 0. Fratesi with a double, Kanati and Liam Delap getting the other one there. So after that we played Juventus in the Champions League in the first game away from home. It was a 2-2 draw. It was a difficult one, but it was a 2-2 draw. We managed to be 2-1 up in the game, and Yildiz scored late on in the game to make it 2-2. Then second Champions League game back-to-back away from home, this to Inter Milan, which was a 3-2 defeat. We equalised, but then we went 2-0, 3-1 down, sorry. We equalised and went 3-1 down. Kanati scored in the 89th minute to make it kind of respectable, but we weren't great in the game overall, and we deserved to lose. Next game we played Rafe Rovers, and it was a 4-2 win in the Premier Sports Cup quarter-final. Conceded 2 goals, but overall we were pretty comfortable in the game, and although we did go behind, and then Urabanski scored to make it 2-1, but it was 2-2, Calvin Beattie equalised. But later on, David Watson scored and Jan Vergilly in the 97th minute made it 4-2. We then played Hearts away from home, and it was a Karim Kanati goal in the 82nd minute, which was a 1-0 victory for us there. We then played Falkirk at home, which was a comfortable 4-0 win. Karim Kanati again, Johnny Cardoso, Lely Sitt and Alistair Johnson putting the cherry on the cake. We then were away from home to St Mirren, again scoring lots of goals but conceding some goals as well, which was kind of disappointing, but that's what it is. Cardoso, Fratesi and Kanati getting over the line there. And then it was a 2-0 victory against Benfica. Over the top to Fratesi. Cuts it back to Gonzalez, dink to the back post. Lely Sitt, good first touch and punished into the back of the net. And that was 1-0. Then Lely Sitt driving forward again. Gives the ball to Urabanski. To Lely Sitt. Got to the byline. Cuts the ball into the box, and it was a good finish by Karim Kanati. And that was 2-0. We then, where are we? We then played Aberdeen in the William Hill Premier League, and again it was a fantastic 5-2 victory for us, scoring plenty of goals. Davide Fratesi, what a signing he's been for us, scored again, got some more assists. Excellent performance from us. But then first league drop points of the season was a 1-1 draw against Dundee. We scored in the 75th minute, Johnny Cardoso penalty, and a Tony Robinson equalised 2 minutes later. It wasn't the best of games, it was kind of poor, but in the business we didn't lose, which was important. Then Premier Sports Cup semi-final against Hibs. It was a back and forth game that we managed to get over the line. Davide Fratesi again doing the business with a double, and Karim Kanati winning it in the 82nd minute for us. Then the next Champions League game was a home game against Slavia, which again was tight. Going by the stats, 71 possession, 21 shots, with an XG of 3.02. We just couldn't get the goals that I felt our team performance merited, but we got the penalty and Johnny Cardoso slotted the ball into the back of the net, and that was that. After that, it was a comfortable away game against Motherwell, which we won by 3-0. Brian Gonzalez with 2 and Josh Doig with the other one. Then we played Bodo Glimt at home, and another one we really needed to win, and we did. It was 2-0. Gonzalez with the assist to Matsima, Urabanski for Johnny Cardoso, and a late goal to give Bodo a little bit of hope in the group stages. Gonzalez with it in, a crashing header by Matsima to give us the lead. Then not long after we got our second, Fratesi with the ball, coming forward, gives it to Delap. Delap back wide to Fratesi. Got to the byline, cuts it back, Urabanski to Johnny Cardozo, and he smashes it into the back of the net. And that was 2-0 in the first half. Instead of keeping it, we went for to try and get the third. But then Bodo went up the field, ball into the box, and Anderson just tucks it away. And that was 2-1. But we managed to see the game out and win the game by 2-1. So then we played Hibs in the league, which again were leaking goals, but scoring plenty. Davide Fratesi with a hat-trick and Liam Delap with the other one. I'll say it again, this guy has been phenomenal for me. Really phenomenal. Then it was another home game against Kilmarnock and another home draw in the league. That's 2 recently. It was a Jordan McGee goal, but Brian Gonzalez got the equaliser late on to salvage a point. We then went away from home to St Johnstone and we won comfortably by 2-0. Liam Delap and Felix Lamarechal with the goals. Then Arsenal came to town, and yet again another performance from us here when Arsenal comes to town. 2-2. This game was a bit different from the last season when we played Arsenal, where Arsenal went 2-0 up, and then we salvaged a 2-2 draw late on. Bukayo Saka got the ball, nobody really challenging him, and he tucks it away beautifully past Malagon and goals. And then that sets us up to go in the attack. Aluko gave the ball to Vergili. Vergili into Liam Delap. Urabanski and Vergili combining again. And the young Spaniard got to the byline. Played it to Aluko. Cardoso to Josh Doig. Plays the ball back to Alsbo. Plays it to Urabanski. And the Polish international tucks it away for 1-1. Good header away there, and Delap picks it up, gave the ball to Alsbo. Alsbo down the line to Felix Lamarechal, who again at this level always excels. Lovely ball, and Liam Delap does what he done last season against Arsenal and tucks it into the back of the net. And that was 2-1 Celtic. And Celtic again managed to get it away. Just couldn't clear the lines. Lovely ball through. Saka and Ødegaard off the underside of the bar. And Anweri put the ball into the back of the net. Offside flag did go up, but the goal was given, and that was 2-2 in the match. Then the Premier Sports Cup final, we beat Aberdeen by 3-1. Fratesi, Urabanski and Gonzalez done the damage in the first half. And then it was a Jack Millen goal late on to give a wee bit of consolation. Then we played Dundee United at home, and it was an easy 4-0. Kasper Urabanski, Kanati and Johnny Cardozo getting the goals for us. And then back-to-back 3-3 draws away at Dundee United. They were Davide Fratesi and Felix Lamarechal getting a couple of goals. And then it was also a 3-3 draw against Hearts at home. Another home draw. We have drawn a few home games this season, which I'm not really too happy about, but that's what it is. Cardoso, Urabanski and Kanati with the goals. Then we went away Falkirk, scored another 3 goals, but this time only conceded 1. And it was Kanati, Rooney and Cardoso with the goals for us. Then home game against St Mirren, 6-0 to the boys. Urabanski, Juranovic, Cardoso, Gonzalez, Doig and Karate with the goals. Absolutely demolished St Mirren. Then Aberdeen away, and it was another 3-0 win. Karim Kanate with a clinical hat-trick. We then played Dundee away, and it was another 2-2 draw. Again conceding goals, but 2-2 draw. We were 2-0 up. Went back to 2-2, and Robinson even got sent off. Scored a double and got sent off, and we just couldn't get that final goal to win the game. Then we lost our first league game of the season. Another home game. Another home disappointment. 1-0 to Motherwell. dominated the game, just couldn't score. And then Charles Cook scored in the 76th minute to win the game. There was a home tie against Hibs in the Scottish Cup 4th round, which we won by 2-0. Canati and a Cardozo penalty again. Then match day 7 in the Champions League. Away from home to Olympiacos. 2-0 victory. Karim Konate and a Brian Gonzalez goal to give us a win. And as you can see, we played very, very well in that match. Then home game against the High Bees, again in the league. A 2-1 victory. We're 2-0 up and comfortable. And then we could have scored 6 or 7 in that game, but it was only 2-1. Well, and the last Champions League group stage game of the league phase was a 2-1 away victory to Wolfsburg. And there was a penalty early doors for us, and Johnny Cardozo again, the man from the spot. He's not missed this season. He's been deadly from the spot this season, Johnny Cardozo. And that was another one there to give us the lead. Ball into the box. Puku came through, or should I say, Puku poked the ball into the back of the net, and that was 1-1. Manages to get it away, but Doig clipped it to Cardoso, gives the ball to Fortese. Johnny Cardozo, good football. Aluko inside to Leliset, and the young Norwegian tucks the ball into the back of the net. And that was 2-1 for Celtic. That put us, if we go back to the stage, league phase, that managed to sneak us into 7th place, and yet again another top 8 finish on 17 points, joint with Atletico Madrid. We just pipped Manchester United. So Man City, Real Madrid, Porto, Juventus, Spurs, Benfica, Celtic and Atletico Madrid qualify into the last 16 of the Champions League. The playoff round with Paris Saint-Germain sneaking in at the end there. Frankfurt, Liverpool, Leverkusen, Real, Slavia, Bayern Munich, Newcastle, Sporting, Leipzig, Marseille, Inter, Ajax, Barca, Arsenal, Manchester United making it up at the end there. And the teams missing out. Not really too many big teams this time missing out. Bologna, as I mentioned there, Monaco possibly. But we don't care about anybody else. We're in the last 16 again. So that's where we are there. And then the final couple of fixtures that we played. We played Kilmarnock, which was a comfortable 2-0 win. Johnny Cardozo and a Brian Gonzalez goal to give us a 2-0 victory at Rugby Park. So now it is Wednesday the 31st of January, and we've got the second Glasgow derby of the season, which we're just going to play. But before we do that, we will go to the recruitment and just show you that we have signed Chadi Riyad from Crystal Palace, the Moroccan international central defender. Just for cover, because there was a few bits of interest in some of our players, and we just wanted to cover all bases. He can play left back, right back, centre back, defensive midfield. So it was a no-brainer. £7 million from Crystal Palace. Good stats, 6'1", good physicality, good mentals, and obviously technique is good. So really quite happy with that signing. He's a good age and he's an international player again. And this a big one for us, and I'll let you know in a second why we brought Gavi in from Barcelona. He was on the transfer list for 40 million. We signed him for 40 million, and Barcelona are paying some of that 120k a week wage as well. So we have signed him. He is our player until 2031, so he's got a 2-year contract with us from Barcelona. I mean, you can't not sign him when he comes up, and the reason I've signed him, I'll show you in a second. But if you look at his technicals, absolutely phenomenal. Technique great, passing good, tackling's at 13. His first touch is good. His crossing and dribbling's good. But look at his mentals. 19 aggression, 19 bravery, 14 decisions, determination 19, flair 15, leadership, off the ball, work rate 17. He's got 4 traits, tries killer balls, winds up the opponents, comes deep to get the ball, and loves to dive into a tackle, which the fans will love. Good acceleration, agility and balance, natural fitness, pace is 12, stamina and strength is good for the Spanish international Gavi. So couldn't not turn that down for the fee. So we signed him for, getting about £40 million. But the reason we had to bring him in is because Kasper Urbanski, Villarreal met Kasper Urbanski's £24 million release clause, which I was disappointed with. We tried to offer him a contract, but the release clause was met and he was off. Disappointed because this season has been his best season with goals and assists wise at the moment, and his average rating is up. We've only seen him for a season and a bit at Celtic, but I knew in game he was just going to fly because the technique was so good, and the fact that we signed him for £3 million, £3.3 million. I'll say it again, if you can get this lad, sign him. He's had a release clause for £3.3 million. Very, very good player in game. And as you can see, Villarreal took him. And he's already worth £64 million. Polish international. So that's the reason we signed Gavi. I wasn't going to sign Gavi. He came on the transfer list. He was there. But I wasn't going to sign him. But Kasper Urbanski's £24 million release clause was met. And then he was gone. The only other bit of business is David Watson is gone to Norwich on loan till the end of the season, and Oliver Sorg is away to Hoffenheim for £6.5 million because the player that we signed towards the end of last season, Prates, is back from his loan deal and he can cover central defence or left back, and already he's proven to be a good acquisition. The 20-year-old Brazilian. Again, look at his stats. He's going to be another superstar for me that I've signed. Minimum fee release clause apparently is £20 million. I'm going to give him a new contract very soon, but that is where we are currently. So league table, just before we go to the match against Rangers, the William Hill Premiership table is we are 6 points clear of Rangers on 62, they're on 56, Hibs on 43, and Hearts make up the top 4, with Motherwell and Dundee United making up the top 6. So that's where we are currently. We're just about to go and play Rangers on the second Glasgow derby of the season. So squad wise, Gavi will start alongside Fratesi and Johnny Cardozo. Doyd will come back in at left back. We're going to go Lelisit alongside with Gonzalez in there. Gavi, this will be his second game. Delap will not play from the start. Kanati will come back in for Liam Delap. And I think that'll be the team. I think that'll be the team, or do we give... We'll give Riyadh a game. We'll take out Kushanov and bring Riyadh into the team. So first home game of the season against Rangers, second Glasgow derby of the season. The first one, we dominated the game and won very, very comfortably. Well, we're hoping we can do the same again here in this one. So both teams out into the warm-up, just about ready to start this game. A win for us will give us a 9-point advantage over them. Win for Rangers brings it back to 3 points as we are underway here at Celtic Park. Benrahma still there as well. He always gives me a bit of a torrid time in Football Manager. It's Cortez, good play there. And Trafford had to be smart down to his left. Lelisette will take. He's over the ball. That's a goal. It's a good save by the goalkeeper. Lovely tackle by Gavi. Love to see that type of tackle flying in there. And it's a Luco. The Celtic right back driving to the byline. Still going. And Beck wins it. And that will be a corner. And it will be Gavi to take. Delivers. Ball into the back post. Kanate picks it up. Fratesi. Kanate, good play. He's in the penalty area. Kanate, good block. 37 gone now. Celtic still looking for that first goal. We've been dominant most of this first half. Aluko. Lelisette. Back to Aluko. Back to Gavi. Gavi's in the penalty area. Lelisette wins it back. Across it goes! And there it is. Karim Kanate tucks it away. They're looking for offside. The flag didn't go up, but here we go with a VAR check. And it's a goal. Of course it's a goal. There was no issues there. Gavi going in. Lelisette got the ball in the air. Never an offside there. Aluko smashed it across, and there was Karim Kanate. 1-0 Celtic. And now we're nearly at the 40th minute mark, and Celtic looking to double their lead. Fratesi. Good play by the Italian. Gonzalez. Raskin just managed to win it. Aluko though. Lelisette. Aluko. Back to Lelisette. He's into the penalty area. Can't get the ball across. There was a chance there, but it goes back to Aluko. Blocked. And that should be half time here at Celtic Park. It's been a dominant performance from the champions, but we've only got one goal to show for it. 67% possession, 1.36 XG. Rangers have had one shot and one on target, and that was early doors from Cortez. Apart from that, we have been dominant in the game. But we are one up here on Hogmanay. Just looking to try and kill this game now. We've been okay. I'm pleased with how we're going. Would just like us just to push on and kill this game a little bit more. I'm just going to keep it as it is. Let's go as the second half kicks off at Celtic Park. And straight away Celtic looking to go on the attack. Gavi. Gonzalez. Good ball down the line looking for Fratesi. Just tried to sneak it across to Kanate, but it was not there. And Rangers now are on the counter with Chermiti. Checks back. Cross to Raskin. He's got a chance here. Oh. And that was close. Rangers now have a chance to keep the pressure on here with Bajrami. Into the box it goes. Riyad. Good header out. Bajrami. And it goes. Graham, chance, blocked again, and it's another corner. Good start to the second half now for Rangers. Celtic have the ball. Gavi. It's cleared away. Well up by Matsima. Raskin. Matsima again. Gonzalez flicks it to Kanate. Kanate to Cardozo. Good ball out wide to Luco. Luco, he's in the penalty area. Lelisette. What can he do? Owen Beck wins it and plays the ball away, and Rangers will make some changes. Aluko now to Cardozo, inside to Gavi. Gavi to Fratesi. Riyad to Doig. Cross to Fratesi, to Doig again. Riyad. Celtic being patient. Cardozo. Gavi. Lelisette. Oh, what a fantastic first touch by Lelisette. And that is 2-0. That is 2-0. Brilliant play by Lelisette. Gavi fed him. It was lovely skill here. Gavi, lovely ball. And Lelisette, lovely touch there to take himself past Beck. And then he's got the composure to strike it across the goalkeeper. It's Celtic 2, Rangers 0. Riyad. Doig. Gonzalez. Inside to Gavi. to Cardoso. Clips the ball out wide to Luco now. Checks back. Gavi has a goal and the goalkeeper saves it. And just at that, I think I'm going to take Gavi off. He's got a little knock, and I'm going to put on Ruiz into that area. Gavi's looked really, really good the longer the game has went on. Alspo is going to play out there. I think we'll just leave it like that for now. Luco wins the ball. It's Ruiz now to Lelicet. Back to Luco. To Ruiz. To Lelicet, sorry. Matsima. Always available. Cross it goes to Doig. To Alspo now. Love the ball, looking for Fratesi. Plays the ball in. Kanati nearly got there. Fratesi wins it back. Back to Doig. And Doig will go again. Edge of the box looking for Cardoso, but it's Berrami. Good tracking back. Lerma now with the ball to Bezrami. Mason Clark to Bezrami again. Looking out wide for Clark. Clark to Beck. Beck, he's in the penalty area. Big chance for Beck. Good chance. And it's a goal. It's Velez. Gets one back for Rangers. Not defended greatly from us, to be fair. Beck comes inside. He has a shot. And I think he's offside. He's got to be offside when Beck hits the shot. He's in front of the defenders. That's poor. But it is a goal. And we're going to change something. There's something else here. We'll bring on the young Brazilian because he's struggling out there. Riyadh now. Rangers are pushing forward to try and get an equaliser. This game should have been done and dusted in the first half, but it's still 2-1. So all to play for as Aluko drives into the penalty area, checks back, gives it to Lelicet, across it goes, Ruiz, and it goes, Lelicet again! Saved by the goalkeeper. Alspo, across it goes, Lelicet! It's another save and another corner. Which Doig will take this time. Dinked in, and the keeper palms it away. Still not cleared. Kanati picks it up. Kanati! Wow, what a strike from Karim Kanati. That should put the game to bed. 3-1. Rangers couldn't get the ball away. Doig played the ball into the box. The keeper palmed it away. Nodded down by Lelicet. Kanati, great first touch. At the edge of the area and smashes it into the back of the net. Keeper no chance. Celtic 3, Rangers 1. And Kanati now has it again. He's on a hat-trick now. Kanati. Back it goes to Cardoso. Out wide to Lelicet. Oh, lovely skill. It's Aluko. Back down to Lelicet again. Checks back. Ruiz. Aluko. Ruiz. Cardoso. Is he going to have a go? He is going to have a go! Oh, it's 4-1. That's brilliant from Celtic. Absolutely brilliant. Johnny Cardoso. Aluko and Ruiz. Then Ruiz gives it to Cardoso. Just gets that wee half yard of space and drills it into the bottom corner. Celtic 4, Rangers 1. Game over. Clark again. Gives the ball to Martin. Clark goes past Aluko. He's in the penalty area and it's smashed wide. And that is full time here at Celtic Park. Celtic 4, Rangers 1. If it wasn't for their goalkeeper, it could have been 6 or 7 pretty easily. We had 17 shots on target out of the 24 shots. 67% possession, 2.79 XG. It was Aluko to Kanate just in the 39th minute. Then Gavi shortly after half time, giving the ball to Lelisette to score. Rangers did get one back in the 72nd minute, but that only angered us, and Kanate and Johnny Cardozo putting the finishing touches on this match. 4-1 here, and I'm pleased because we did play well. It was a very dominant game for us. So all in all, very delighted, and that takes us, after 26 games, 9 points clear at the top of the table. That'll do us for today's episode. We'll give you a recap. We're in the last 16 of the Champions League. We're 9 points clear after beating Rangers 4-1, after we beat them earlier on in the season by 4-0. So we've scored 8 times against them in 2 games. We've got Rangers coming up again away from home in a few weeks' time. But I think the next time we'll just take you to the Champions League quarter-final game when we come back to see who we get in that game, and an update on the other transfers, on the transfer window, and on the other fixtures. So, as always, thanks for joining. We're marching now towards 8 in a row this season, 9 points clear, and still trying to push on to break through the Champions League. So, thanks as always, and we'll see you in the next episode.